So, AB and BS Psych, what's the big difference? Well, according to the CHED Memorandum Order 34 series of 2017, AB Psychology is a program which produces graduates with a solid basic knowledge and skills in psychology, whereas BS Psychology has the same objectives as AB Psychology, but that there is an additional preparation for the natural sciences. So what does all this mean? This simply means that BS Psychology has a few additional natural science classes. These natural science classes will depend on your school, but the one thing they have in common is that they all should total to 20 units. So, what do you take if you want to proceed to law, and how about if you want to proceed to medicine? For pre-law courses, both AB and BS Psych would do well. Here I quote Patch Magtanong in saying, literally any course can be pre-law. However, if you want to proceed to medicine, it is preferable that you take up BS Psychology, as these supposedly have laboratory classes and all that. Alright, so what are the subjects or classes common to both AB and BS Psych? Let's see. First, you have your basic courses such as Introduction to Psychology and Psychological Statistics. Then you have your required courses, which include Developmental Psych, Cognitive Psych, Theories of Personality, Biopsych, Experimental Psych, Field Methods, Social Psych, Psychological Assessment, Abnormal Psych, Industrial Organizational Psych, Psikolohiyang Pilipino or Filipino Psychology, and lastly, Research in Psych 1 and 2. Besides that, you also have your psychology electives, which will depend on what school you're in, and you'll also be taking up Gen Ed classes, PE, and NSTP like any other courses out there. With that, I'd like to conclude this video by sharing my experiences as a psych student. This coming August, I'll already be in my 3rd year of psychology, and honestly, I've learned a lot from my first 2 years taking up psych. So, one reason why I was so drawn to psych in the first place was because of abnormal psychology. Back in high school, I'd binge-watch videos about mental disorders such as schizophrenia, dissociative identity disorder, and so on. When I enrolled in psych, I thought we'd be talking about that right away, but nope. You see, you start with the basics first, such as intro to psych, because, well, how are you gonna fully understand the advanced topics if you just skip the basics? So, if you're like me and can't wait to learn more about abnormal psych, you might wanna wait a little longer. Besides, personally, I think all the topics we've covered so far have been pretty interesting. Okay, another important thing I've learned within my first 2 years taking up psych is that there really are a lot of readings involved. For instance, we had to find and read a lot of journal articles related to the experiment we've chosen for experimental psych. Plus, we also had to read a lot and understand the theories being presented in Theories of Personality. It really does pay well if you decide to read in advance, so if you want to get a head start, I'll be posting a link to a Google Drive of all the books I've read so far to help you with that. Just know that this list isn't complete and that I may be updating them from time to time as I get more reading materials. So yeah, that's that. I hope you learned something from this, and goodbye.